Welcome to FOH this afternoon. We've got the Hoyo de Monterrey Rio Seco, which finished in our top 25 for the year, and it's one of the gun cigars of the year, Ken, and I hope it performs as a gun cigar for the year.
Did we have a top 25?
Yeah. Ken got suspended from the Washington Redskins for it.
I did not get suspended. I did not get suspended. I bailed out, and the owner actually contacted me and he said, I agree.
Never come back. What?
I referred to someone as an orange Nazi.
As a what?
An orange Nazi. So you may be doing a bit of cutting yourself.
Orange Nazi?
Yeah.
And you got suspended for that?
I didn't get suspended. In fact, he came back and he said, I agree with every word you're saying.
There we go, people.
He asked me to reconsider withdrawing from the forum. It's someone who knows how to run a forum with some compassion and empathy.
You're running out of homes, aren't you? Really?
What do you think I'm interstate?
I mean, you're just going to be one of those angry old men living by yourself, yelling at nothing, at the wind.
I can't wait.
It's next week at this rate.
I think we're there.
How's you drawing the Rio Seco?
Easy, very easy.
Good. Now put it up to the camera because this is what a Rosado wrapper looks like. Ken doesn't think that's a Rosado wrapper. It is a Rosado wrapper, people.
Yours is much lighter than mine. Mine is a much darker color.
But they can tell, like, maybe it's a shade dark. It's not much darker, Ken. It's not. I've probably got a bit
trained eye.
I've got a better camera. I've got a better camera than you have on this. That's all it is.
To the trained eye, it's not a Rosado. But it's Christmas. We'll give him his wish. We'll give him his wish.
You know what? I know a couple of mates who come on Zoom, etc., who you know, and a whole heap of others who just snap these up every time they come on. Every time they come on. It's not my sort of cigar because it's a 56 gauge, and yet, like the Upman Magnum 56, I hate them, but I love them, but I hate them, but I love them because they've done a really good job. I love them because I sell them, but more importantly, I love to smoke them myself. I actually don't have to smoke stuff that I can sell. What are you drinking?
The very last of my Monkey 47 slow gin.
That's good, man. Wow.
Very good.
You've really got on it lately, haven't you?
No, I had one day.
The photo from the doc.
Well, one evening and one day.
Maybe the members would like me to read out the text that Ken sent on Saturday afternoon from his long lunch. Oh, that's a cracker.
Friday. Saturday afternoon was the family Christmas party that I forgot.
I thought someone was sending me a coded message. I had to read through it. Maybe
I have no idea what it meant.
There's a reason there's no vowels in it. Anyway, so draw is good. Everything else is good. BST June or July 21. I'll tell Steve the right code in a second when we do it. So dead set fresh. I don't mind these fresh. We'll find out. We'll be back with you at the end of the first third. Kenny, first third of the Rio Seco.
Well, I don't care whether it's Rosado or not. It's a seriously good cigar. It's delicious.
Nice. But it's got a unique flavor profile. How do you describe that?
A little bit Christmas puddingy. That's the thing it was reminding me of. A sort of a Christmas cake, Christmas pudding.
It's interesting because I've always described them as gingerbread. It's got that gingerbread nature to it. It's got that little bit of, it's bloody good.
It's very mild. It's obviously well constructed. You can see it. Get the glare off my forehead. There you go. Gingerbread's a good.
Mate, this is just June 21. Right, but there's not an edge in there, is there? It's not an elbow. It's just
mild and soft and cushiony.
This will build up to medium body before we finish. It's just under medium bodied for me. But there's just a beautiful interplay of sweet spices, sweet and some savory spices in there at the same time. Christmas pudding is a lovely way of describing it.
It's got that fruit in, but gingerbread is also as well. It's there, isn't it?
Oh, And if you'd say, what's another cigar that shares a similar profile? It'd be very, very hard. I think, you know what the closest one would be? The P2. That P2 pyramid would be the closest I could think of it. But, and that, of course, that's another one of the top 15 of this year, the P2 pyramid. And this one here is, again, in the top 15 for the year. And you can see why. This is just a regular production cigar. If you stuck an LE band on this or a regional band on this, people would be going, oh my God, how good is it? Blah, 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 blah. And you'd be paying 3 times the price.
Well, if you put an LE band, I think they'd be going, okay, I like the cigar, but is it an LE? But a regional, it's going to be regional anywhere.
Yeah. True. We'll be back with you at the end of the second third.
Yeah.
Second third, Kenny, is a move to medium bodied for you?
It has a little bit, and it's probably got a bit of that sort of youth hotness, just a touch coming through, which is not quite as pleasant as before, but it's marginal, and I'm still very happy.
Yeah, it's picked up its intensity for me.
But
still no rough edges. Bit of darker fruit, darker stewed fruit coming through on this now. There's an underlying sweetness there. It's not a sugar sweetness. It's a stewed fruit sort of sweetness in the back end. A little bit of Ramon Iones at its best in that back end, but still that ginger is predominant on the front end. It actually works so well.
Yeah, I mean, this would have been a really interesting one to put in your blind tasting.
I'll put it in next year, Ken. Just don't tell anyone.
Okay, we'll keep that quiet, will we? Like anyone on this forum has got a memory that's going to, except Bijan, who's now he's already writing it down as his first choice next year. When you used to do those in the very early days of the forum, when you used to do the competition and send out 3 or 4 cigars for us to do blind, I'd have my Minron knee out, I'd have the cigar down, I'd be doing exactly what Bijan did. The problem with Minron knee is nothing can be smoked in the first 10 years. And so all of his descriptions, I couldn't work. But actual sizes, I'm, okay, this can't be that, this can't be this. I still get them all wrong.
You've done pretty well this year. You're 50-50.
I'm staggered that wasn't a Coro. I mean, honestly, I am so staggered that wasn't a Coro.
That was probably one of the best D4s that we've smoked in a long, long time. And if you look at the feedback throughout all the tasting notes that came in from the guys who participated, I think 90% of them enjoyed that cigar immensely. Yeah. And so many people picked it as a Cuba Robusto or R&J exhibition number 4 because of that underlying sweetness. And it did. It had a beautiful cream aspect to it. But yeah, that's, if you get a good box cigar, that was 5 years of age. Yeah. So that was age D4. Well, this is by the time this goes out, all the results will be out. Yeah. So that was an age D4. And it just goes to show what a little bit of aging, when you have the right ingredients up front and it's rolled well, what it can do to a cigar. I
bought a box from you a while back, which was one of those vintage boxes of D4s. They're all 10, 12 years old, whatever it was. And they were the number of stunning D4s in that box that I would have thought even better than the one we had the other day. But nothing in that box reminded me of what we smoked the other day.
There you go. Yeah.
What was the 5th one? Well, it'll be up by the time this is up.
Oh, it's true. The 5th one is a dip 2, of all things.
Did I guess that? You sure?
I'm not sure. Actually, I can't remember. What did you?
You
didn't like it.
No, I didn't get excited by that one.
You didn't like it at all, and I didn't like it that much either. The one we had, which is such a shame because the dip 2s have been pretty good this year. Really good.
We were both mid-80s.
Yeah, they didn't make my top 25 of the year, or top 26, because I couldn't count the 25. So I had to leave one out. And in the end, I said, no, bugger it. Fuck it. I'll just put 26 up. I'm the only one in the world who's done top 26, but I'll do that. I can't leave it out. It's too good. So let it go. But the dip 2 didn't actually make it this year, which is the first time in a long time.
What were the top couple?
Top couple, but the P2. Consistently, the P2 this year was the best pyramid by a country mile. Yeah. So, and I remember when you smoked the P2, I think you gave it a 94, 95.
Yeah, I think
it was really cool, and that was
That's
being
what we did
consistently
yeah,
so good. I think Westy, guys like Westy. We've got Kurt. Kurt sent me a WhatsApp message the other day from Hong Kong. He's smoking the P2, which is in the Christmas sampler, and he goes, "This is magnificent." And that's the sort of feedback you want to get on those sort of cigars. It's just been consistently so good, that P2. So you've had, I think, the Coro was another one. Cohiba Robustos this year have been spectacular. Just been absolutely,
and that's why I went.
they smoke just like a D4. It's great stuff. So the Coro is good. You got your Bolivar Royal Coronas, your SLR Regios this year have been spectacular cigars. Most of the Robustos did exceptionally well. The Bolivar Royal Corona, Ramon Ionis, and the D4. This year's D4 has been some of the best D4 since I've been in the business 26 years. Yeah, I haven't seen a better year for D4s, BRCs.
In which case, the excuse for top 26 next year's top 27.
Well, yeah, I just didn't want to leave out. There's a couple of cigars I just couldn't leave out, and
you're overstocked.
No, it's not that. I mean, but to be fair, outside the fact there's been I think volume in the world this year has probably been 20%, 25% of what it has been in the last 10 years, yeah, in terms of number of cigars in the marketplace. And you've seen it all over the world. But in terms of quality,
you blokes collude.
I collude. I'm a colluder. I love getting those emails in the morning. It's great. Next. Collude. I will be back with you at the end of the last third. Thank you. Well, Kenny, last third, like we're down to the.
Well, I'm down to the burning end.
And I think that's always a great sign in a cigar.
It's been a lovely cigar.
It's been a lovely cigar, hasn't it? Really flavoursome. It's flavourful.
It's 93, 94 for me.
Yeah, good. I spot on 93, 94. And this is a cigar that I put money down. Put this away for 3 years, just 3 years. And it's got 95, 96 written all over it.
It's got a little bit of that hotness and stuff.
Just a little bit of time, people. This probably hasn't been acclimatized properly. Just put them away for a period of time and, full of flavor. It's now medium, well over medium bodied, halfway between medium full.
Yeah.
It's got a few hard edges just coming into it, but that ginger and that spice and that dark fruits and a little bit of dark coffee bean is coming in. It's been a journey. It's been a journey. And this is the one thing that I cannot do with non-Cuban tobacco yet in a large gauge cigar is to achieve anything like this. I can't. It's just working with Cuban tobacco is magic. Magic.
Well, I think that was when when I sent the text the other day, because the guy had a box of I don't know what they were. I think I sent there's a photo on the forum. They were Nicaraguan of some sort, but they'd won the best cigar aficionado 1 year or something. And I started it, and I just thought, he's got a box of Coros and he's got a box of Monty 2s. They'll do me. And both of them are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And I didn't like the Nicaraguan one at all. But obviously someone did.
Well, it's. I mean, and this is the discussion for another day in terms of what people look for in a cigar, and what cigars in the US market, which is predominantly what they're for. What the consumer there looks for consistency predominantly in a cigar.
Yeah,
consistency. And they're consistent. Now, I still struggle with larger gauge cigars, non-Cuban cigars, to get the blending right on those. And I think it's a real challenge because you're not working with this. And what you're working with this is just beautiful, sweet, Seco tobacco that is a joy, an absolute joy, an absolute joy. Well, Kenny, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to everyone on the forum.
Merry Christmas to all.
This will be up probably on the weekend, I suppose, maybe even on Christmas Day. Don't know. But have a great Christmas, a great New Year. I'll catch up with you on the forum, be on there heaps, and certainly on FOH Zoom this Friday. I think maybe it might be up. Maybe this will be up after Friday, but I look forward to catching up with all of you on there. It'll be fun. Bring your drinks. Good fun.
And it's let's hope it's a 5-0 Ashes victory.
For those 6 cricket followers out there, I hope it works for you either way. Cheers, guys. Merry Christmas and have a fantastic New Year. Cheers.